Hello, my name is John McDermott. I have been teaching for 43 years, 32 of those years in the public schools, and the past 11 years at the University of Colorado Denver campus in the School of Education and Human Development. One of the classes I teach is briefly called pedagogy. So your first question here is, what one thing makes an effective teacher? There is no one thing that makes an effective teacher. An effective teacher follows the research. They base what they do on what we know helps students to learn, which flies in the face of many of the practices that are currently occurring in our public schools. So here's what I believe just some of those factors are. One, a teacher who is effective establishes a caring, classroom, responsive community, a community that honors students' funds of knowledge, that makes these funds of knowledge a part of the curriculum. This caring classroom is a teacher who makes positive phone calls home on students, who allows time to take care of students' social, emotional, intellectual, and ontological needs. This teacher also challenges students. They challenge them with work that is meaningful to them, that allows them to think critically, that not only can you challenge them, but you have to scaffold for those learnings so that all students in your classroom, no matter what those frivolous labels are that they put on students, you have to get past the labels and believe that all students are capable of very challenging work if you are providing the scaffolds for them. Allowing students choice. They have to have choice. They have to get power in what they do in the learning. I could go on for a long time. I'll try not to do that at this point. Another element that is critical is how you check in and check out with them. The assessment process, what is currently going on in the schools, is abhorrent. As the Dufours say in their work around the country, it is malpractice. The grading system is, by research, ridiculous. What we should be doing is using assessment for learning. We should not be creating winners and losers. And of course, this is a long, drawn-out process of closely looking at what we do now, but that's just a quick idea that has to be shared. And another one is celebration. Celebrating appropriately, celebrating so that students get intrinsic motivation. It's not giving them a pizza party after everyone turns in a homework assignment, but it's celebrating so self-efficacy is the result. Celebrating when they use a vocabulary word that makes a sentence pop. Celebrating when they take a new approach to thinking about the main causes of World War I. Celebrating when they have a unique idea of solving simultaneous equations. Celebrating specific effort that students have put into an assignment. So there are many things. I have had the opportunity to co-author 2 books on these very subjects. One is called Clock Watchers, 6 Steps to Motivating and Engaging Students, and the other book is all about challenging students appropriately. It's called Just Right Challenge. So those are my thoughts on what makes an effective teacher. What makes an ineffective teacher is too often what I observe in our schools today, in 2016, observing practices that were not functioning well in 1950, and yet we're still doing them today. What doesn't work is a teacher who knows the research, who has read it, who has learned it, and decides to teach, unfortunately in some cases, the way they were taught. That's what makes an ineffective teacher. That's what raises my anger in those situations, and I'm passionate about this. Things have got to change.